What's happening, everybody? I want to jump on because I just had the most amazing conversation in one of our groups, one of our masterminds. And I was speaking and I was talking to a bunch of really cool entrepreneurs, coaches, you name it. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. We got two Lisas on. And we were talking, and basically I was trying to get them into the right mindset and understanding that there are certain things that they have to do. Hi, Grace. That they have to do in order to move on and move forward in their life. Here's like reality. Reality is this. First off, if you're going to do something, it's not just passion. Passion, hey, Lawrence, it's not just passion. You see, once you gain clarity and you have focus, with focus, you have the ability to identify your passions. I'm passionate about music. I'm passionate about working out. But my true passion is elevating others. Hey, Casey, my true passion is helping people improve their lives and get to the next level. And once we were talking about that, people started saying, well, what about when things go wrong? Hey, Lawrence, what about when things go wrong? What happens then? Here's the reality. You are 100% responsible for your own life. You. No matter what goes wrong in your life. And again, this is just reality. It's not science. Reality is if something goes wrong in your life, whether it's your fault or not, it's your responsibility to take care of it. So let's assume you're working on a project. Something goes wrong. What do people love to do? They love to blame someone else. They love to blame everybody. But in order to stay motivated, and I'm not a big user. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Khaled, you're back. My man, he was on before. Hey, Peter, how are you? We have to catch up. We seriously do. But it really comes down to responsibility. Because in order to stay motivated, you have to understand that it is up to you to fix that whatever is going wrong in your life. The reality is that 99% of the people in this world, they're looking for someone to come and save them. But no one can save you unless you take the steps to save yourself. So if something goes wrong in your business, if something goes wrong, you're trying to do something, an example I can give, and I use this example in the group. You're out to dinner with your spouse, and you come out from dinner and your car's hitting a parking lot and the person took off. Your car's demolished. Now, you could freak out, you can kick and scream, you can do whatever you want. But the result is always going to be the same. Think about this now. I want you to really think about this. It's still your responsibility to call the police. It's your responsibility to call the insurance company. It's your responsibility to take the car to get fixed and maybe rent a car. We pray that they find the guy so that you don't have to pay for all that. But in the end, you could drive yourself crazy. You could blame others. You can kick and scream, but it is still your responsibility. You are 100% responsible for your life. Now, how does that keep you motivated? Because if you could simply accept the fact, think of how excited you get when things go right in your life. You get all excited and you go crazy. You're like, well, things are great. But when something goes bad, imagine if you had the ability to create an adaptation response to the point where you knew, okay, this went wrong, but I can't fix this right now. I'll deal with it, but I'm going to move on to something else because I don't want to waste any time. I'm not going to waste any time crawling up into a ball and blaming others. I'm going to take action and I'm going to keep moving forward. That is something so cool. I mean, again, I like to talk about reality because reality is something that so many people live in such a lost world that there is no reality. They can't identify reality. Like what is real and what is not. It's simple. It's everything that you process because with every action is a reaction. So it's the way you react. Hey, Dave, how are you? It's the way you react to these situations that are going to allow you to move forward. You can react negatively and go around blaming everybody, or you can react in a positive manner and move forward and take care of that situation. That is something that I find so important because so many people are searching for motivation. First off, motivation is nothing more than courage. Hey, Rachel, People confuse motivation. Motivation, everybody is born with motivation. But if you have the courage to take the step and make things happen, that's when it's going to take fruition. But again, with that, you have a higher calling, being responsible, taking responsibility for everything that goes on in your life. That is what's going to take you to the next level. You talk about scaling a business, taking responsibility for life. That's how you scale your life, because you're going to keep going. I did not take responsibility for my life in the past. Hey, Lori, how are you? And I admit that. You know, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to do a gut check. What are your true passions? What passion are you obsessed with? And are you going to take the responsibility that is necessary to make sure that you keep going, that nothing stops you? Why do people stay in such dark holes? Why are people so depressed? They're so depressed because when something goes wrong, they think that the world is coming after them. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you, the world is not happening to you. The world is happening for you. So get excited when something goes wrong. Does that sound stupid? Sure it does. To most people it would. To me it doesn't. Because when something goes wrong and you go and you take care of it and you move on, you're increasing the quality of your life. You're also increasing the quality of life of the people around you. But more importantly, you're taking ownership. And if more people in this world, I mean, you listen to the toxicity out there, the blaming, the politicians, you name it, it doesn't stop. Everybody's blaming someone else for their problem. Nobody ever wants to take responsibility. But if we shut off that noise, we shut off that chaos, and we say, you know what? We don't want to hear the complaining anymore. We don't want to hear the negativity anymore. By the way, talk about responsibility? That's right, Rachel. Hey, Kim, how are you? You want to talk about responsibility? It's your responsibility to shut the news off. It's your responsibility to come home from work every day and rather than stream Netflix, do some research. Work on a side business. If you're unhappy with your life, you take responsibility for it. It is up to you. That's right. You step into the situation. You got it there, my brother. But it's up to you. You have a choice. It's the way you react. So remember, when it comes to anything in life, the good, the bad, the difficult, the obstacles, the elation, the happiness, you're responsible for all of that. And once you do that's right, it's all about accountability. Do a gut check. I'm asking you, please, do a gut check. Rachel, you're spot on, because it's exactly what it's all about. It's about identifying what you truly want, how you are going to get there, but don't rely on other people. Rely on you. Because when you rely on you, then people are going to come. They're going to want to be surrounded with you. They're going to want to be in your presence, because they're going to see how contagious you are and how you react to situations. That is what makes life so beautiful. Look, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. Look, I just turned 53 last month. I'm putting it all into place. I'm improving the quality of my life. I'm taking responsibility. I just want others to do the same thing. It's all about elevating others. And imagine you passing this on to somebody else. Imagine you giving this gift to somebody else to say, hey, look, stop sitting there whining and complaining. Here's why I feel bad for the younger generation. The younger generation, especially our politicians, and I don't like to talk about politics and religion. I don't do it. But it's such a soft generation. They have no accountability. They expect everything, so they're not responsible. So if there's one part of that generation who takes responsibility, that individual is going to crush it. He's going to dominate that generation, because he's not going to sit back and say, woe is me, and oh my God, I can't believe this happened, I can't believe that happened, and then, like I said, crawl up in a ball and take it. That person's going to take responsibility. And I'm going to teach as many people how to do that. And I'm going to knock this into their head. I don't care how many college kids, how many high school kids, how many coaches, how many people that I talk to. I'm going to knock this into their head, because this is how we change the world. We change the world by shutting everything else off. We were conditioned. Think about this. We were conditioned by the powers that be that we need them. Without them, our lives are worthless. They're there for us. That's a bunch of garbage. You take control of your life, you take responsibility of your life, and you will put yourself on a path to freedom and happiness. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to add anything? Anybody want to jump on and talk about it? I love engaging. It's up to you. I could bring you right on. Kim, do you have anything to say? Rachel? Rachel, don't tell me you don't have anything to say. I know you do. But anyway, this message was important to me because as I was talking into one of my mentors' masterminds, I wanted to share this with all of you as well. And it's critical. It's critical to know that you have to identify when something is good, but no matter what it is, react in a way that you know is going to benefit you and help you move forward. Don't allow anything to demotivate you. You know, it's like a businessman. He's all motivated, and all of a sudden something goes wrong. And now he's going, and rather than taking responsibility for what happened with that business, he's focusing only on that. Rather than moving forward and saying, okay, you know what? I've got to take care of that. That's my responsibility. But right now I can't do anything about it. So instead of just sitting here and staying idle and letting the world pass by me, I'm going to work on another part of my business so I can help scale it. It's the same with life. It's the same with happiness, no matter what it is. Lawrence, Babam, G or B, I love it. It's what it's all about. So the takeaway from this is very simple. It's realistic. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy analyst. I've talked to enough people over the past 3 years to know the most unhappy people are the ones who want to pass the buck on other people, pass the blame, not take accountability, not take responsibility, and take ownership for your life. You want to fix your life? Stop waiting around for others to do it. You take action. You make the moves. So important not to let your circumstances determine your success. Absolutely. The circumstances are temporary. Gift or burden. Lawrence, I love that. That is really cool. I like that. Gift or burden. And Rachel, you're spot on. Because people believe that when something goes wrong, the whole universe is after them. What if the universe is doing it to make you stronger? What if the universe is doing it for another purpose? And they're just telling you, take responsibility for this because better things are going to come. That is how you're going to increase the quality of your life. Wow. Hey, Mar, think about that. That's what I want you to really focus on. That's what I want the biggest takeaway to be is because responsibility is something that is so rare. 99% of the people don't take responsibility. 99% of the people want other people to come in and rescue them. And I say rescue yourself. Because if you rescue yourself, you can rescue others. Just by passing on a message, just by sharing your story. And when something does go wrong, instead of talking about to people in a negative way, say, this went wrong, but guess what? I stepped up to the plate. I took responsibility. I did not let that bring me down. I let it fire me up. I barreled through it. I did a video back in July. And it got about almost 1.3 million views. And all I wanted to do was get a message out. And I lined up 3 tennis balls. There were 3 types of people. The first one, they were stuck. They didn't want to make a move. They didn't believe in it. They thought that going after your dreams was a bunch of hobblabah or whatever. I tried to come up with a word, but I couldn't. The second type of person, they felt it. They felt they were ready to take that step. But as soon as they hit the first failure, they didn't take responsibility for it. So what do? They quit. Then they go back to the comfort zone. The most dangerous place in the world. The most dangerous place in the world. The third person, they stop at nothing. They see failures as a way to learn. They see obstacles as a way to make them stronger because they take responsibility. They're on such a mission. They're so friggin' obsessed with their mission and with their life. They're so obsessed with putting themselves on the path to freedom and happiness. Nothing is going to stop them. Nothing. And they keep going, failure after failure, obstacle after obstacle, because they take responsibility. They're not sitting around saying, oh, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work because this person screwed this up or society screwed this up for me. They own their life. They own it. It's theirs. And that's how you scale your life like you would scale any business. Take responsibility. Be passionate. Be obsessed with your passion and move forward. And together, let's elevate others and let's make this world a better place. It's up to us. We can't leave it into the hands of politicians. We can't leave it into the hands of any leaders. We can't listen to that junk. They're out for themselves. So you concentrate on you. You do you. Be responsible for you, your family. That's all that matters. But once you have that mindset and once you're able to adapt, every time something negative comes your way and you take responsibility for it and you turn it around and you allow yourself to scale your life, you've put yourself in the 1%. And I'm not talking about money 1%. I'm talking about the 1% of happiness. Happiness. You know, how many people would come on here and tell you, when I went on, it was for me to talk about how to inspire people to act on their motivation, being motivated. But I want to take it a step further. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay motivated? How do you keep going forward? It's simple. Take responsibility so that you do not lose that motivation, so that you continue to move forward. Turn adversity into opportunity. It's it. You know what, Lawrence? People can say that. I hear people say it all the time, but they don't do it. I hope you do it. I'm sure you do it. I'm going to take your word for it. But hi, Mary. Wow, Mary, long time no see. How are you? Talking about responsibility, Mary, taking control of your life, not allowing others to dictate how your life goes. And certainly not allowing obstacles and failures to get in the way of where you're going. Like scaling a business, you must scale your life. Mary, I know you have a question on this. Would you like to come on and share some of your wisdom? Because I'll bring you right on. You know me, I love engaging. All you have to do is give me a heart or a heads up or say, yeah, bring me on, Mario, because I know you have insight. But this is what it's all about. So when I sit and talk to people and I hear them, and it's an immediate buzzword, and I'll, they'll say to me, it's just too difficult. Hey, Giza, how are you? It's just why is it difficult? It's difficult because you're making it difficult. It's difficult because you are allowing it. It's so simple. Why do you allow yourself to be happy when something good goes on, but when something bad goes on, you won't allow yourself to turn that into some form of happiness or turn that into some form of motivation? It's about passion, obsession, and taking responsibility. Hey, Mary, we got people egging you on here. But that is really what I really want to talk about. I'm excited. We got a lot of exciting things coming forward this week. I can't say anything because my publicist is on the line, on the live. So just do a gut check and ask yourself, do I take responsibility for the things that do go on in my life, or do I allow them to control me, and especially control your mind? It's so easy. Like we're humans, we're the apex predators, but we weren't programmed to be motivated. You have to find the courage to do things. Everyone's born with motivation. If I came after you right now with a knife, you would run. I say that all the time. You were born with motivation. It's as simple as that. Oh, awesome, Mary. Thank you. Rachel, she's back. But yeah, it's my joy comes from situations circling the end of this daily fluctuating. The problem is people depend on temporary things for this. That's right. Temporary, because they're playing a short-term game. This is a long-term game. But by the way, you want to win at life? Don't ever have a finish line. David Goggins did a live. I don't know if anybody follows David Goggins. David Goggins is amazing. This guy is crazy. Yeah, because you have the knife, exactly. David Goggins, he was about to board a plane, and an NFL football player walked up to him. And he said, hey, Goggs, how do you keep that dog mentality, man? How do you keep that dog mentality? And Goggins said to him, he said, what did you want to do when you grew up? He goes, I wanted to make it to the NFL. He goes, well, you did make it to the NFL. He goes, but you had a finish line. Did you want to be the MVP? Did you want to eventually go out and be a sportcaster? Do you have any other passion in your life? You had a finish line. Once you hit that finish line, guess what happens? You become content. And then you lose that motivation. And guess what? You're not going to accept the responsibility for that to make the changes. You're going to blame others. Take it upon yourself. Be excited. And get yourself on a path to freedom and happiness. Hey, Beth, how are you? Because that is what it's all about. Everything in this world. And I learned the hard way. Remember, I am not a guru. This is coming from experience. I did not take responsibility. Now I take responsibility for everything. And my passion runs so deep, I'm obsessed with it. And if something comes my way, hey, Beth, nothing can stop me because I am responsible. Not her, him, not the government. Nope, nobody is responsible for my life. I am responsible for my life. I know nobody's coming to save me. No one's come to save me all these years. Why would I think about it now? Let's elevate one another. Let's keep constant, never-ending improvement. Absolutely, it never ends. That's the whole thing. It's got to be a journey, Lawrence. It's got to be a journey. You've got to stay on that journey. That's it. Once the journey ends, what happens? You become nothing. You're content. You're safe. Damn right, Mary, exactly. But that is where the magic is. The magic is staying on that path. No matter what, that journey, no matter what comes your way, no matter what life throws. And you know what? Stop saying that life is happening to you. Life is happening for you. It's up to you to make the right choices. It's up to you to react in the right way. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. Life is happening to everybody. Life is never going to be easy, but it's certainly going to be more difficult if you are going to rely on someone else being responsible for your life. Because what are you doing? You're living someone else's life. You're not living your own life. I want you to live your life, the life that you want. Khaled, Babam. I want you to live your life, the best life you can. I don't care how many sacrifices you have to make. Yeah, sacrifice is responsibility. I made tons of sacrifices to build my business on the side. Tons of sacrifices. I got rid of things that you would not believe. Guess what? It feels good. It feels good because I know that's how passionate and obsessed I am with my journey. And if I can get just one person to become as obsessed with their passion as I am with mine, I am happy. I've done my job. Look, people, here's the thing. Regret sucks. So you can be listening to Mario Arace right now and saying, "Oh dear God, whatever." But okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But what I am saying to you is, when you look, 30 years down the road, whatever your window is, however old you are, we all have a window, guys. We're all going to die one day. And don't be afraid of dying, because if you're afraid of dying, guess what? You don't live. People, the Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Think about that. Profound. Think about that. It's the same with life. If you fear death, how are you going to live your life? You're not living, you're just existing. Take responsibility for that. Just reality again. You're going to die. You have so much time left on this earth. Make every second count. Hey, Matt, make every second count. Be responsible for every second of your life. That's right. You will live longer with an open mind. You also live longer with a happier mind, a more positive mind. No negativity. Shut it all off. But take that step. Take that responsibility. I can't wait to be back on with you guys. This is great. We got some exciting things coming. Price of regret outweighs the price of discipline. You know what, Lawrence? My father, the one piece of advice I can still remember to this day. He said, if you really think your life sucks, go visit a hospice center. Go to the ICU unit. Go to a children's hospital. How come those kids in the children's hospital who will never get out of there are smiling? Why? Why? And we're not? We can go outside with a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise and we're not smiling. We could do whatever we want. We can make any choice we want. We could change our life right now and we can't be happy. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's a shame. And you know, Facebook, certain social, it does that to people too because there's so much whining and complaining. I have to scroll past it. It's not because I don't care. It's because I have to alleviate that from my life. Now, if somebody comes to me and says, Mario, I want you to coach me, and they're telling me what their problems are, I'm going to help them with their problems because they're taking that step. They're being responsible to say, I need help. Choose happiness. Babam. Choose happiness. But when someone comes to me and they want to talk to me and they want me to coach them, they're taking responsibility for their life because they know I've been vulnerable. I've shared my story. I've shared my journey, but my story is not your story. My story is not their story. Your story is not my story. We all have different stories, but we all, anyone who has ever dug themselves out of a mental hole. Hey, Mike, what's happening? My waterman, Colleen, rock and roll. You know, it's very simple to blame others. It's very simple to just shut off the world because the world sucks. Guess what? The world is a goddamn gift. Here's the problem. So few of us have unwrapped that gift. We've left that gift unwrapped for so long. My God, unwrap your gift. Go outside. Smell fresh cut grass. Let the sun hit your face. Look at the beautiful trees. Look at the flowers. Look at that sky. My God. This is life. It took me 48 years to realize it. Why? Change your thoughts and you change your life. That's right. It's what you feed your mind. Why am I going to allow high schoolers, college kids, I'm not going to let them wait 48 years. I am not going to. I'm going to engrave this in their head. I'm going to bang it in their head. I'm going to make sure that they know. This is identify your passion, become obsessed with it, move forward, and that's how you live your life. Because if you're living your own life, you're living a happy life. If you're living other people's lives, you're living a miserable life. What other people have and what other people say is none of your damn business. You focus on you. You take responsibility for you. It's as simple as that. You take responsibility. That's how it all started. I know I jump around and everything else. That's how my brain works. But guess what? It's still the same. Pete Volo. Babam. Understand. Okay? Let's do a quick recap here. Take responsibility for your life so you can find clarity, so you can have focus, to identify your passion, and then find the passion you are most obsessed with. Move forward with that. Create the life that you deserve so that you could share that life. Hey, Kevin, so you could share that life with other people. Be an inspiration to others. Be that person that everybody wants to be around because you're so damn contagious and you're talking reality. You're not coming up with some mythical garbage that, oh, you know what? Just sit on the couch and manifest that you're going to have a great life. You can't manifest without taking action. Now, I manifested writing a book. I had to write the book. I wrote it. I manifested being on stage talking to people. That's going to happen. Why? Because I'm taking action towards that. I'm taking the steps necessary to do that. I'm taking responsibility with the passion I am most obsessed with. Accept the fact that dreams, struggle, victory is the pattern of success stories. Look at anybody successful, Lawrence. Hey, Zadie, Kevin, Pete, I'm so glad you're on, dude. Look at any successful person. Did they have it easy? I did not know. I'm going to tell you right now. I know history classes, all this crap. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb on his 1001st try. I had to Google that. When I heard I was like, what? He didn't know it. But the people who persevere, the people who keep going, the people who have a purpose. Why is it that the average lifespan for a man who retires is 5.3 years? That's not even a joke. Because they have no more purpose. They have no more purpose in life. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a passion. It's your responsibility to identify that. It's your responsibility to react to those things in a positive way. No matter what happens in your life, if you react in a way where you're saying, bring it on, like bring it on, because every failure is a stepping stone to success. Every damn obstacle is going to make you stronger and hungrier and put more fire into your belly so that you can take your life to the next level. That's responsibility. That's how you stay motivated. Let's elevate others, people. Does anybody want to jump on? Does anybody have anything to say? I love to do it. Fail your way to success. Babam. Mike, I'm into that, my brother. Who else do we have on? Does anybody want to jump on? Zadie, Kevin, Pete Volo, you want to jump on? Jump on. You have some wisdom. Damn. Lawrence, Colleen. Colleen's not going to jump on. Mary already backed out. It's okay. She'll have to take responsibility for that. Aha! Ba-bam! Become successful in the situation that you find yourself. Oh, boy, I've been drinking the water, Pete. Can't you tell? I mean, come on. I've been drinking the water, my brother. But anyway, awesome talk. Love talking to you guys. This is great. Exciting things to come. Stay tuned. I can't wait to share it with you. A lot happening this week, a lot happening the following week. So listen, take responsibility, be passionate, be obsessed, keep elevating others, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, everybody.